This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome into tonight's it feels like midnight stream. It's been a long enough day already, and we're just cracking a stream here against the Vegas Golden Knights at 8:30 in the evening. Okay, it's Vegas, aren't they just like straight below us if geography serves correct? Like, why are we starting a hockey game at 8:30 at night? Then again, it is Vegas, in Vegas, so well, duh, we're starting a game at 8:30 because everybody's been out to supper for 2.5 hours enjoying the 70-ounce steak for $12.99 at who knows where on the strip. That said, I'm probably way out to lunch on my Vegas acronyms and stuff, but you get where I'm going with that. Is simply put, this is a late one and it's going to be a hard night. That said, Vincent, welcome in. Robert, welcome in. And hey, Robert, read your message. Appreciate you just tuning in anything you can. Tim, ready? Polished up the hammer. We got this going. So, guys, best behavior tonight. Jason, welcome in. Zach, welcome in. David, welcome in. And Dave, we know tonight if Oilers are pretenders or contenders. We've been saying that all season. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, what am I catching? Is simply put, I don't expect much out of the Oilers tonight. I know that sounds really weird that I wouldn't be saying to expect much out of the Oilers tonight, but it's just simply put, we're 6-0-0 in the back half of back-to-backs this season. It's Vegas. They're on a big win streak. It's probably about time that comes to an end. That's reality. I'm a little tired. I maybe just want to go to bed and get some sleep tonight, so that's probably a little bit of that too. That's what I'm thinking. But that said, anything can happen. It is hockey after all, and we'll hopefully get through. Cody, to answer your question, hopefully just the first, second period, depending on how it's going. I don't think I've got the third in me if I'm going to get the game review up, so we'll find out. But we'll stay tuned because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need some sleep at some point. I was going to see if I could get Boss Man to give me the morning off, or part of the morning, but then Boss Man's like, well, why don't you use your time differently and get stuff done later this week? And I'm like, okay, Boss Man, I can do that. And that's how we did it. So, up early, bright and early to get to work tomorrow morning, so definitely got to sit back and relax at some point this game and just try to catch a little bit of rest and we'll be good. That said, Matthew, welcome in. Cyril's going for the Oilers tonight because the Ducks won last night. Jordan, welcome in. All you can keep down buffet. That's the key in Vegas. It's not all you can eat, it's all you can keep down. Magic, welcome in. McToads, welcome in. Brandon, you're talking about Vegas putting a run on a train on the Oilers. Like I said, I don't have high expectations. Similar to the Ducks game last night, these two back-to-back. Oof, my goodness, rough go, that's for sure. Carter, welcome in. And Oilers been a grind, kind of team this year, so I think they'll do good. That's kind of like, if you read the post at the top of the chat, which is where the merch store link and all that was, simply put, I mean, I'm expecting a terrible game, and because of that, because Oilers, it'll be a great game, and we'll see what happens. So, sorry if I seem a little bit off. I'm just extremely tired. Probably shouldn't have fired up a stream tonight, but if I wanted a chance to stay awake, I gotta get some kind of energy going at some point and try to fire it up. So here we go. Yeah, that's the key, Pusha, is we gotta get ourselves a good stream going tonight, because this is a big one in the division. The Oilers, with a regulation win, can be back in first place, tied with Vegas Golden Knights with 18 games remaining. Golden Knights will have 17 games remaining. Canucks, the wild card, with 20 games remaining. Pinky, it is a big game tonight, absolutely. And Matthew, I'm doing just fine tonight. You've got Gene Principe ready to roll the dice. He's trying to see what's going on. He's in Vegas, man. This is... Only imagine what Gene Principe can do in Vegas against the Vegas Golden Knights, given his pregame intros. Got an assignment, so if you're still live in the second or third, sounds good, John. Crush out school. End of the day, that's what it's all about. YouTube's great, but school is, you got to have something behind you. 6 points separate 7 teams in the wild card race. That is absolutely nuts. Definitely, everybody follow John, Mr. Hot Take Hockey's lead. Mr. 10,000 is what I saw on Twitter earlier today. Crossed it during that trade deadline live stream he did. And you want to talk about a nuts live stream? How about having 500 plus people last I checked in a live stream on trade deadline day? My goodness, John, absolutely crushing it. on Monday. Just checked your shirts look good. I'll get a hoodie for sure. Well, David, thank you very much. That said, you guys just keep checking that out and we'll get things going. And get the stream to 20 likes before puck drop. Hey guys, that's a challenge. Push is issuing it to you, so get it out, get it done. Ace up the sleeve, Connor McDavid, 6 points, 2 games for the Edmonton Oilers. And now, Roe, welcome in as well. And Matthew, I am an Oilers fan. Here we go. We're going to get the anthems underway. I honestly don't know what I did with my Dolynny TV intro, so I'll have to find that at some point. But double A on Leon's line, I don't know. I think double A on McDavid's line is perfect because realistically, you don't want to go replace Yamamoto. You just want to survive without him. Yamamoto, irreplaceable. Yamamoto, that right shot, speedster, skillster, gritster, whatever you want to say, on the wing with Draisaitl and Nuge. Woo! Give it to me. Give it to me. Headhunters, welcome in. And here we go, Vincent. We've got ourselves the Canadian National Anthem. I imagine probably half the building tonight is Canadian. That's generally the way it goes when a Canadian team plays in Vegas. So we'll be good, we'll be gold. And Brett's already scheduled in that he'll be there about 10 minutes into tonight's hockey game. So keep that in mind around the 10-minute mark on the clock to be watching for Brett. That said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in to Dolynny TV for the first time tonight, what I encourage you to do is hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more Oilers coverage. It's coming every day, so you got to make sure you do that. Now, what I got to get up here is simply put the scoreboard because that will be time. I don't have my regular pregame routine because I started a little bit late for the fun of it. And Hot Take cracked almost 1,000 live viewers, close to the deadline. My goodness. John, I was in and out. I was just trying to stay tuned. I couldn't really listen because I had the TV on, obviously, and I was over at Buddy's. But it was great to see those numbers, that's for sure. And Yamamoto, that's exactly. That first period, guys, you can say the Oilers didn't do this, didn't do that. At the end of the day, what they were missing was Kailer Yamamoto. It was quite evident. And I mean, if you go back and review kind of some of those plays, straight up, the Oilers have Kailer Yamamoto in that game. They walk the Anaheim Ducks, in my opinion. I mean, I might be a Yamamoto homer, but it is just what it is. So late game, Fish, absolutely it is. For Exel, welcome in. And imagine those breakout passes from Leon to double A. Well, I don't know, man. He'd be gunning for them all game. I don't want to see Leon just backhand passing through the middle all night. That's as great of an idea as it is. Kind of scares me at the same time. And Oilers won first meeting of the season, but Oilers were a better team back then. Vegas one of the Stanley Cup favorites right now, Dave. That's true. But don't forget, the Oilers still a very good team that just got back Connor McDavid, who's on a 6-point heater in a span of 2 games. Good evening, Cole. Glad I could make it in tonight. Should be a good one. Well, it should be, but that's the thing. I'm predicting it not to be. It's kind of what I was thinking, is that it's not going to be a good one for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. That said, that's why it'll be a good one. End of the day, I can write it this way and I can write it that way. One way or the other, because Oilers. That's end of the day all it comes down to when we start talking about what this game's going to be. Anaheim, we more so knew what it was going to be, and we expected a regulation loss. 2-0 down after the first period. I think a lot of people would have had the Oilers written off. They come back to get a point in that one, and hey, you know what? Points this time of year. Dang, are they valuable. Kevin, Yamamoto no doubt is missed. Yamamoto is absolutely missed, and it is a tough go. Sirens for the win. Real welcome in as we've got to get this Edmonton Oilers team getting going here because it's going to be a good game. Mikko Koskinen back in net for our Edmonton Oilers, rolling the same lineup except for in the goal crease. And what is that shimmy shake to the blue paint for Mikko Koskinen? I don't know what. But, Fish, I put it in my video today. McDavid going beast mode. It's what he does every year since 16-17 or 16-17. He's gone beast mode every year, so it should be good. It should be good for him down the stretch. Draisaitl though, I don't think Dry is going to fall silent. I mean, unless something really goes wrong, right? He had a goal last night, so unless something really goes wrong, Dry ain't going to fall silent. I think it'll be entertaining just to watch the new guys again. That's true. AA and Ennis were absolutely fantastic to watch last night. First period was tough, but it is what it is. And this is biggest game of the season as of now. Every single one from here on out is going to be the biggest game of the season. So that's the fun part, boys. Being in the actual chase, every game gets bigger, every game gets hyped a little bit more. And here we go, straight across. Darnell Nurse thinking he's a forward. Ooh, big save by Fleury. Second save by Fleury. Fleury scrambling around. You'll love to see it. The Oilers already 2 shots on net, 3 shots on net. Puck's loose. Golden Knights clear it. Reeves out there to shut things down to start. And you've got Chase on with Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins to start this game. Reeves shoves Nurse and pushes him around a little bit. That's everybody knows what Reeves can do on the ice, both physically and with the gloves off. So keep that in mind. 19:17 to go in this first period. The Oilers already have 3 shots on net, so we're good. We don't need a shot for the next 2 minutes, and we're still on pace for a shot a minute, which would be 20 shots this period, and a good start against the Vegas Golden Knights compared to how we started against the Anaheim Ducks last game. Joseph's already calling the power play. Headhunters is asking if it's a power play. And we got this going. Phaser, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Here we go. Legason and Green back on the D pairs. So Benning sitting out. And that's going to be a power play. That's going to be a hook. And here we go. That's good. And what do we got? What do we got? Can't wait until we're all fully healthy and everyone is back in the lineup. That's, end of the day, the key, right? Is you think about how this Oilers lineup is doing, and then you think about getting everybody healthy. Woo! Give it to me. Give it to me. There's the energy I'm looking for. Give it to me. Crazy full lineup. It's crazy how people looked at Yamo a year ago to now. Literally, guys, you can see it on my channel. Go back on the Dolynny TV archives to this time last year. I was saying why I preferred to trade Yamo over Puljujarvi. Straight up. That was the thing I suggested. And you guys still watch me. That I appreciate. As you can't always get it right, and I think the Oilers have gotten it wrong a lot, and we still all watch the Oilers, so this is good news. Power play, you know what? Nice to see they just are holding zone possession. Oh, until that puck gets out, because Draisaitl set up at the half wall and Mr. Connor McDavid was looking for him. Here we go. Connor McDavid now with the puck. Man, how clutch would it be if he starts this game off with getting a point on the power play? Minute 23 to go, though. We're getting down low on this power play and starting to scare me that we're not going to get anywhere with any goals. And whoa, shot, big shot. Ooh, big shot. That Oilers power play still operating at 29%. The Vegas penalty kill operating at 77%, so we should be able to crack them once or twice tonight. Remember, I think the stat is the Oilers are still undefeated if the power play scores twice in a night, so keep that in mind. Look at this going. The Oilers power play 4 for 19. Definitely missing Connor McDavid as of late. Definitely missing a guy like James Neal, and Kyler Yamamoto just didn't get enough of a chance, but definitely missing him as well. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Dave Tippett got a second unit on the ice with 45 seconds on the ice. She is a miracle, my friends. It is an absolute miracle. 12 for 16, the Vegas Golden Knights in their last 16 games, or 6 games, on the penalty kill, and now you've got this second unit not really getting much zone time, but they're doing exactly what a second unit power play should do, is drive it deep, get it low, and drive the puck into the boards. And that, you know what, it worked there for a second, and it may not quite yet work. That's all right. As here we go. I think we all said last year Yamo should be traded and wasn't living up to the hype. Boy, were we all wrong. Let me tell you, it's what happens, right? That was, you know what, it wasn't the prettiest power play, but the Oilers, as of late, in the past 10 games or so, have definitely had 7, 8, 9, 10 worse power plays, so I'm not too upset with that one. Here we go. Is Neal and Cass going on the fourth line with how Sheehan and Archibald are on the third line? See, Tyler, thing is, I think Sheehan and Archibald all year have been the 4A, 4B line, right? 4A, 4B, and depending how you want to look at it, yeah, technically your 4A is a third line, but is that an actual third line in the NHL? Hard to ask, right? Depends on production, depends on this. They're your penalty killers. Tough go. Tough go. And Kassian does come back next game. That is what we need to do. We're going to a penalty kill here. In case you didn't see the look on my face. And all of a sudden we've got the live stream frozen. This is good. This is not what I want to see. And hopefully it's not one of those nights. And McToad's putting Kazian back on the top line. Not a bad thing to do. I just don't know where you slot in Neil. That's the only problem. And alright, classic. The old Sportsnet stream is frozen up. This is good. And yes, definitely. Sorry. I did not catch it because the live stream froze there for a second. Run EA on power play 1. Why is Jason throwing him on the first line? Because he's a right-hand shot. That's the end of the day. That's the only reason Jason's up there. Now, when Yamamoto's in the lineup, I don't know why you wouldn't have Yamamoto on the top power play unit. Run him out there, let him run, and see what he can do. Here we go. Vegas' first shot of the game. Big save by Mikko Koskinen. The Oilers already have 4 shots. There's 15 minutes and 40 seconds left in this period. That said, what that allows us to do is simply put up a lot of shots this period. And let's go, Nick. Mick, what's going on? Loving your work from Australia. Hey, Mick, appreciate you tuning in from Australia. Now, guys, actually, if you don't know, last winter, when I wasn't watching Oilers games, what I was doing a lot was, simply put, watching Australian television shows. I watched Wanted, I believe was the title of one. It's about 2 women who go on the run from the cops after getting kidnapped and some crazy stuff happening in Australia. Pretty good show. And then secondary to that, as Mikko Koskinen makes another big save there, secondary to that, I watched Rake, which is a fantastic show with Richard Roxburgh, which is just absolutely ridiculous and fantastic all around. So Mick, there you go, a little bit of Australia connection there for me as well. Neil, third line, he works best there or on PP. Well, that's the truth, but I don't know if Neil's exactly what you want with Sheehan and Archibald. And why? What? And Chason, yeah, Chason, why? Because right-hand shot. That's the end of the day. It's just, Chason is a right-hand shot. And they want the right-hand shot on the power play. That's what it comes down to. Now you could say Josh Archibald should both be out there. Gaetan Oss would be my pick. And that's it. And Ryan, how do you actually watch? I am not sure. They took down NHL's Reddit streams, so I couldn't tell you. I'm out of date, and I mean, I wouldn't be trusting any links anyone puts in the chat either, so tough. I know. That's about it. Buy the Sportsnet package, the online Sportsnet package. That's what I'd be saying there. Riley Shan, shots 4-3. Golden Knights on the power play for the next 58 seconds still. And yes, this is good news to hear that both are popular shows. I definitely want Rake to come back for a 6th season. That would be fantastic. PK for 26 seconds left. Thank you, Robert. That is good to know that we got that there. And, come on. Come on, there we go. Little stutter step. Puck down. Whew. Look at Ethan Barrett climbing for that one. And Mikko Koskinen can't find it. Puck bounces out. And that puck was batted with a glove. There you go. And Mitch, why was I watching Australian TV? Because you gotta watch something on Netflix, right? You can't just watch sports all the time. I do like to get a little bit cultured, and watching something from Australia, a place that I'd never want to go due to the dangerous things that can kill you there, I really quite enjoyed watching those TV shows. Now, that's not to say I actually wouldn't go to Australia, but you get where I'm going. Robin Leonard looking ready to play some hockey. Isaac, you're talking about Billisport. I know 720p stream will work better, but it is there. And the penalty is killed. This is what we need to know. 18 seconds left on the penalty on my screen. Getting it lost in the chat. The Vegas Golden Knights getting a chance there. Hop, skip, and a jump over the tape of a Golden Knights player. Marcia Show with the puck. He's going to fire it. Puck block save. 4 seconds to go on this penalty over play for the Vegas Golden Knights, who now lead the game in shots with 6. Mr. Draisaitl was out there killing that penalty, by the way. So good on him. 14:00 to go on my clock. So far, so good. I mean, yeah, we started with the power play. We should be up 1-0, technically speaking. That said, look at this. Here's a chance. Oilers lining in. Athanasiou doesn't use his speed to drive it deep, but look at Athanasiou battle on that puck. It takes 3 Golden Knights to take away the puck from Athanasiou, and ultimately he almost gets it turned over. And here we go. Bang. Big save. Mikko Koskinen jams that up. And what I've liked to see is, I think what some people were using to describe the Oilers' problems last night was gap control. The Oilers D playing tight to the net, tight and just playing steady. And that's I think when it comes to me, I think Dave Tippett said the defense was just all right last night. You know what? I want to see the defense be steady. I don't want to see them be great. I don't want to see them be excellent. I just want to see them be steady. We can win with a steady defense. We've been doing it all year. End of the day. There's Mr. Gaetan Oz. Here we go. That puck fired across. Gaetan Oz gets it down there. Oh, man. That's Patrick Russell getting rubbed out. That is what it is. And Tin, welcome in. I don't know how that wasn't a call, but that was more arm than stick, I think. End of the day, I think I saw more arm than stick on that play against Patrick Russell. And Patrick Russell, man, he doesn't have the Gaetan Oss or Joachim Nygaard luck drawing the penalty, so that can be said. Nygaard could draw a penalty any day of the week. All he has to do is look at a guy. Curtin, welcome in. Deadly spiders, snakes, sharks, crocs, we got them all down here. Yeah, you guys got quite the interesting island going there, that's for sure. That's going to be shot by Mike Green, tipped in front, shot fired wide. My goodness, this is absolutely crazy. As here we go, Mr. Nugent Hopkins going to fire this down, and all right, come on, tip it back. Oof, Nurse couldn't tip it back door. Would have liked to see that, that's for sure. 11:48 to go in this first period, and we're going to have another whistle. I don't know if that puck's offside. I guess it is. And yeah, watch. Oh, that's the double tip, and look at that double shot. I thought that shot fired wide. No, it was just a big old neck save there by Marc-Andre Fleury, and we get ourselves a couple more shots on net. And guys, I mean, we're going to be very, very sensitive to everything that goes on with the Oilers and non-called penalties for probably the next week or so. Because of that McDavid call in overtime, the reaction coming over to Oilers land because of it, it is what it is. And all right, what do we got? James, you're talking what a skilled roster for Vegas. Their defense, I really think it's actually subpar by the looks of some of those names. I mean, White Cloud's come up and played some excellent D for them to be in this position, obviously, but I don't know. Zero rats. Robert with the big facts. No rats in Alberta, at least to our knowledge. At least to Alberta government's knowledge. No rats in Alberta. There were some at the Medicine Hat dump, but we eradicated the problem very, very quickly. And really big cats. Very big cats. Yes, we've got some very, very big cats in the mountains. Oh, Tyler went there. Sorry guys, we're just on commercial, so during commercial breaks I normally read the chat a little bit more, and you know, just the way we go. We're already up to 49 folks in the chat tonight, folks. That is fantastic. Let me read you some stats. Shall I get away from the chat for a second? Oilers with a big edge in shots. Or at least they have 8 shots. I'll just get going. Face-offs 5-2 for the Oilers last update. 2-1 the block shots for the Golden Knights. And you've got Drew Remenda and Kevin Quinn on my TV set again. And here we go. Okay, there we go. And McDavid crossbar, are you kidding me? Ooh, man, McDavid almost gets his second goal in 3 games since returning. That would be fantastic. Hold on, I'll get a reaction for you here in a minute. Guys, the other side too is if you're just tuning into your first Dolynny TV live stream, what I need to tell you is simply put, it's a tough go. Sportsnet Now, which is the streaming service I watch on, adds a 30-second delay. It's the official Sportsnet. Oh my goodness, McDavid had Fleury flopping. And McDavid almost put that home. That would have been fantastic. I don't think McDavid quite expected that, but Fleury was expecting that at least once or twice tonight, and he came ready, looking like he's playing EA Sports NHL 20 right there. You guys know I like to often reference that because honestly, when goalies do something weird, it's because I've done it in NHL 20, and I probably shouldn't have done it. That said, 10:57 to go in this first period. 8-7 the shots, technically 9-7 with that crossbar for McDavid, but they don't count the bar, so we're good, we're gold. Look at the Oilers just firing that shot into the middle. I actually don't mind that by Darnell Nurse. He's firing it to Connor McDavid. There's a lot worse guys you could fire that puck to. Jujhar Khaira playing there, and are we actually pairing up Nurse and Larson, or are we getting a different D pair out there? Caleb Jones on the ice? Or is William Legason on the ice? I'm not too sure. And Jason, we're winning tonight. That would be fantastic. Spent some time in Edmonton. How I fell in love with the Oilers. You guys have an amazing country and awesome people. Hey, we're sorry about that, Mick. We're sorry we have good people. Here we go. Archibald getting going. Right here. Ooh. Man, look at... Okay. Sure. You know what? Actually, after the Anaheim game, I'm going to accept that as very good. I'm going to accept that as very, very good. That was a very, very good play by Archibald. That, oops, I gaffed. Let me make up for it. And sometimes, if you do that, the coach appreciates that and gives you some extra ice time. That's all you got to say, right? At the end of the day, just go out there and get that extra work done. Here we go. Mikko Koskinen out there. As you've got Mike Green now on the ice. Big block shot by Mike Green. What a steady block shot. He just lets it hit him in the chest. Here we go. Now we've got this Oilers team going. Look at this play. It's going to be fired up. And now a nice keep in there by Draisaitl. The Oilers keeping this going. Bear going in. He's going to shoot this puck. Jumping into the play. Oilers all kinds of turned around. 3 Golden Knights versus Ethan Bear in the offensive zone. And they're getting the job done. Loyalty coming in here with his first comment of the night saying there's a power play coming up. You like to see that. And I think, is that going to be the power play or where is it? Was that big hit? So I don't think Mikko Koskinen's out of the net unless I'm missing a high stick or something. Draisaitl 15 goals, 38 points in the last few games. And where am I? Oh my goodness, am I delayed again? Guys, I am not seeing this power play. Am I missing something here? I'm severely missing something here. Oh, there's the power play coming. Okay. Way better effort tonight, guys. I am way behind. I think on Russell. Okay, so if that's what it is, I missed it on the live hit. I moved up 2 seconds, but my goodness, here we go. The Oilers getting it going. Mike Green across with William Legason across to Connor McDavid. Look at this zone time shot on net. McDavid's feeling it tonight. I think McDavid's going to do something quite special tonight. And look at that. Granlund jamming at the side of the net. He's going to draw the ire of Jonathan Marchessault, and that was fantastic. That was fantastic to watch that last 30 seconds of hockey right there. And look at that. Connor McDavid hitting the crossbar like a, well, breakaway champ. That's what he does. And no more complaining about this team. Well, after last night, to watch this again. Guys, this is the thing, right? I said I was expecting a loss, but now you see the effort like this. This is the most Oilers thing the Oilers can do. End of the day is go out and win big in the back half of back-to-back to stay perfect in the back half of back-to-backs against the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. That's just the way it goes. And you know what? This is the Oilers team we love watching. The team we watched last night is the Oilers team we don't mind watching. The team that loses 5-1 to Calgary back January 27th is the team we hate watching. That said, Hayden, my apologies for not getting your comment. I saw a power play come on up. Do I like the new guys? I'm liking them so far. Mike Green's been steady back on the defense. He had that one kind of misplay last night. Athanasiou Ennis, what can you say, right? They were solid last night. We wouldn't be in that game without them, so it's been solid so far. And Brett, what's up, everyone? Well, Brett, you're just joining in with how much time on the clock here? How about 8 minutes and 3 seconds? So Brett's missed the first 10 minutes. Now, Brett is still undefeated in regulation, so we're going to keep the streak going. Even an overtime loss to Vegas wouldn't be worst case scenario tonight. It would create 3-point separation, big 4-point night. But at the end of the day, we just got to get out there and get this job done. Still not on the bandwagon, John. That's okay. You know what? Don't have to be on the bandwagon to be a fan. That's the end of the day. I guess that's the thing. Tim might have the best explanation of how that works. Tim, if you could explain how you can be a fan without being on the bandwagon, as long as you're not jumping on and off the bandwagon. That's the explanation I'm looking for. Tim knows the explanation I'm looking for if I'm trying to make sense in my head. Here we go. Tobias, welcome in. And that's a trip on Mike Green. Okay, so it was a trip on Mike Green against Paul Stastny, and the Oilers get it going, but the face-off is no good. And loved how Bear kept the puck in. You know what? That's the underrated part is It's when you're only watching for certain things, it's easy to miss other things. I'm gonna put that at the end of the day. So here we go. This shot, ooh, Draisaitl fans on a shot in the slot. Draisaitl had a rough night shooting the puck last night too. He ended up missing quite a few chances on net because the Anaheim Ducks had sticks in his lane quite a good bit. And John, you're talking about Sam Gagner. Well, I'm talking the Oilers need to get something done on this power play. 7 for 21 in 9 games played versus the Golden Knights. And look at this, Connor McDavid. Wow. Connor McDavid goes the other way to try and beat Marc-Andre Fleury. And then, of course, Bear with 2 keep-ins makes up for the one last night, the bouncing puck. And Bear keeps it in this time. So take back what I said, I guess. I don't know, 50-50. Draisaitl fans another shot. My goodness, it's Fleury in net for the Vegas Golden Knights, and he's been Marc-Andre Fleury of old so far tonight, doing the old style flop around. And that one, Bear a little slow to get there for support. They've had Vegas 2 more times after this. Could determine who secures the playoff spot and doesn't. End of the day, it could, because we play a lot of Pacific Division the rest of the way home, and we play Colorado, and we play Winnipeg twice. So, talk about making up the playoffs. Look at this, Draisaitl back. Puck played across to Connor McDavid. McDavid's going to go back to the point. This is going to be good. Here we go. Draisaitl across. Bear keeping it in at the point. Here we go. Bear is going to fire this one. Or, pardon me, Draisaitl is going to fire this one. Oilers working this puck. The second unit's definitely not getting out there this time. But look at this team getting it going. And there we go. Finally feed it. Oh, again, man. Again, Draisaitl's fanned on 3 shots on this power play. My goodness. Draisaitl has fanned on 3 shots on the power play, and that is pretty much the story of it. Shot through, nothing going there. Draisaitl greasing for it, but he can't get it going. This is pure dominance on the Oilers. They played 2 minutes of this power play, absolutely dominant. 11-6 the shots on net. Draisaitl finally takes the chance, and look at that. Nobody can jam it home. Athanasiou gets pushed out of the way. But my goodness, what a chance there. Marc-Andre Fleury doing Marc-Andre Fleury things tonight. And you love to see it. That is totally good play there. And look at this one. That one goes through. Athanasiou, actually that's McDavid, has it tipped off his stick by Nosek. And then you have the chance there. They're looking better than last night. They came to play. And that's what they tend to do in the back half of back-to-backs, is come to play. Tim's description of what you can be: a hockey fan and enjoy your team and be upset when they're bad, but you still love them when you lose, and you don't quit because they lose. That's the key. I knew I was missing a connection in my brain. It simply said the bandwagon situation is, simply put, you quit when they lose. If you want to be a fan, you're in it for the good and the bad, right? And you've seen me. I've gone through the good and the bad, and I've gone through a lot of denial last year. Now, this year, we're getting it right. End of the day. Dry will get one, we're hoping. And some of those are passes too. They weren't on the tape most of the time. Can't blame Leon on those. Well, that's the thing. Leon's a shooter, right? And I mean, Leon's a weird shooter. He doesn't take that full clap one timer 90% of the time. It's usually that wrist shot one timer. So if that puck ain't just perfect, to your point, it can be the passes, Robert. And hopefully Dry doesn't have a December month. Hey, you know what? Dry will be fine. Dry will be fine. And what do we got? Who will be winning the cup this year if not going to be Edmonton? This should be Tampa's year, technically speaking, but I think Ovi gets his second. End of the day, I think Ovi gets his second cup. I know that sounds crazy. I know the Capitals aren't quite that team that won that first cup. I think Ovi gets his second cup. Straight up, I do. Straight up. I think if anyone I'm cheering for, it would be Ovi. Then again, Sid winning another cup, I couldn't really complain about that. That's big Canadian kid, but end of the day, what do you do, right? Too many good picks this year, and of course, I want the Oilers to be right in that conversation as well. Was sad their last playoff run, not gonna lie. Yeah, you know what? That's the tough part. Fleury playing like Fleury of old. Yeah, Fleury's doing what he's doing. 3-0-1 in the last 4 road games. The Oilers have a +3 goal advantage. And the Oilers' defense, I don't think that they're really good. I think they're just playing really steady. And that's the end of the day. I like just steady defense. Steady defense, you don't notice how good they're playing, and that's what I want. And Boston has a good shot. Yeah, Boston does have a good shot. I just I don't know, Boston against a team like Washington against Tampa. I mean, it's Boston, so yes, technically they should stand a good chance. I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up in the East this year. I really think. Think about Carolina too. If they can get fully healthy for the playoffs, talk about it, right? Talk about Carolina being in there. And then the West. The West is as good of a guess as you can make. I can make at this point. It's about as like guessing who the Oilers are going to give up during the expansion draft. Good luck to you. Here we go. Icing on the Oilers, 5:26 to go in this period. And John, what are my thoughts on the Canucks? My thought on the Canucks are, simply put, it ain't looking good without Mr. Jakob Markstrom. And Tobias, I've seen a lot of hockey this season. I think Edmonton is too strong. When Clefbaum comes back, well, if Clefbaum comes back, we'll take him. We'll take him. Let's go Oilers. That's what we're hoping here for Jason. We got to get this puck on net. We've doubled up the shots from last game. Vegas sitting at 6. We're sitting at 12 right now. Reminder to those watching. Yes, Robert's got the reminder. Guys, you got to like the stream. That's what you need to do. Jason's getting the siren going. Ryan Reeves is moving the puck in, and we've got this puck going back into the neutral ice. Puck comes down. 5 minutes exactly left on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a good rest of the period here. We're 3/4 of the way through, and the Oilers have 12 shots through so far. And there's Mr. Orange over my shoulder. Mr. Orange, you want to come say hi to everybody or what? No, you're just going to get right comfy there. That's what you like to do. Here we go. 4:43 to go. My friends, we got to get this going at some point. End of the day, that's all it comes down to, right? Is the Oilers. Would love to get a goal on the board. This has been a good period, and I mean, a scoreless period wouldn't be the worst thing after that Anaheim game, but at the same time, we'd love to see a goal out of the Oilers, but unfortunately, Robert's going to inform us that it's a Vegas Golden Knights goal instead. I thought when he said a goal on the board, I thought it was going to be the Oilers, but that's okay. We'll be fine. As here we go. I'm going to watch this as Loyalty's already blaming Koskinen. I don't know what we're going to do here as Adam Larson fires that one in. I hate being so far behind. I liked being at Troy's. Troy's was good. Quite enjoyed the reaction in real time. And what's this one? Max Pacioretty coming in. Ooh. Give me the reverse angle so as I can see the D coverage, but that's the old Koskinen glove right there. That's the old Koskinen glove not going up and not tight to his post. At the end of the day, initial reaction. That's all I got to tell you. Not tight to the post, glove ain't up. And here we go. Let's watch this one. Bang. This one's going to come off the dump in. Actually, McDavid whiffed on the dump in. Look at this. Max Pacioretty beats Tyler Ennis. Darnell Nurse. I mean, it's a good shot by Pacioretty. Darnell Nurse does his job. Koskinen still could have done more. End of the day, I guess you could say that's the end of the day. All it takes is Koskinen could have done more, and it costs us a goal because Darnell Nurse was fine on that play. Tyler Ennis did what he did with the defense, and there we go. Koskinen switches off and makes the save. And for a big guy, he sure goes down a lot. That's the key. Is Koskinen goes down so early, he leaves those gaps. If he would go down on time, there would be no gaps. That's sure. Pacioretty's 30th of the season, so that marks, well, most goals in one season. How about pretty much a lot of seasons with 30 goals or more? And yes, absolutely loyalty. There's no denying Koskinen needs it. Still a very good shot by Pacioretty. End of the time, if it's not Pacioretty or Marchessault or William Karlsson shooting that shot probably doesn't go in. That said, you still need to save against the All-Stars. Right? It's not just like, oh, it's an All-Star shooting, it's Connor McDavid shooting, I'm not going to make the save. I'm sorry. Marc-Andre Fleury did everything he could to bail his team out with McDavid bearing down on him, so Oilers, end of the day, have to get that save out of Koskinen for sure. But end of the day, is it one that's going to sink us? Guys, we were down 2-0 to Anaheim when we came back, and that was kind of the trap game where we know we're going to lose, so who really knows? You know what? 1-0 to Vegas. I said I'm not expecting much, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're going to come roaring back and score 5 goals in a row, but I'm definitely, this season, not going to rule it out, that's for sure. And that is true. Koskinen has not been playing a lot lately, and that's fine. Realistically, right? Both goalies have been ready and raring to go, so hopefully Koskinen can shoulder some load down the stretch. And yeah, so far they're talking about it being a good first period for the Oilers. Absolutely, it has been. Even down a goal, honestly, quite honestly. Being down a goal, not bad. And is Vegas Golden Knights backup Leonard better than our 2 goalies? Ask yourself this: what did we do to Leonard when we played him when Chicago came to town mid-month? We lit him up. So, what are you going to tell me, right? And Harvey, you're saying Dry's not trying? Oh, you give it a chance. Dry's fanning a couple of shots here early. And you know what happens when Dry starts fanning on shots early in the game? It gets it's kind of sketchy for the opposing goaltender in the second and third period. And Yamamoto skated this morning. I did not hear anything about Yamamoto skating this morning, but then again, I was very busy in the warehouse tonight. And Ito, you want Mr. Yamo to come back? Yes, Yamo coming back would be good. Last 4 road games, look at this. Sandus 2 points, McDavid 3 points. We've had some big production. Don't forget that Connor McDavid had 3 points in the game against the Ducks, but nobody wants to give him credit for that, apparently. Sportsnet didn't even want to give him the start of the game. This said, who would I like to get the first goal of the game for the Oilers? Patrick Russell. I think Troy pretty much convinced me that anytime Patrick Russell's in the lineup, I better be cheering for Patrick Russell to score the first goal of the game and get the monkey off the back. That's kind of the consensus at this point. That said, if I'm going a little bit probably more realistic, probably going with a guy like, I don't know, Darnell Nurse on the back end, just somewhere off the board pick. Or, I don't know. Who would you want? Tyler Ennis again? I'd take Tyler Ennis again. Sheehan, Archibald, probably take them. See, I just want somebody to score. End of the day. That's all I'm saying. 107 to go, though. That's all we have left to score. The Oilers in the defensive zone, skating this puck out. Darnell Nurse, he's going to blast this in on Marc-Andre Fleury. He's going to miss wide. Wild Bill William Karlsson's going to pick up that puck. I love that nickname, Wild Bill, for William Karlsson. He is absolutely fantastic. And Koskinen's going to look at that puck. He thought about going down on it. Yes, he did. Here we go. Puck hit in stride, and look at that shot. Blocked there on Sheehan. Now Archibald's going to go chasing in. The puck doesn't come around the other way. And that's it. That's all. Puck bounced back this way. And shot in. And Jujhar Khaira going to fire this puck in. And Lurker, what's going on? As play should have been called high stick. Ooh. What? Period over. Oh, period was over. Okay. Yeah, that was a weird play. It's really weird play. Another big save there by Koskinen, though. Give him credit for getting there. And that'll do it for the first period. And ladies and gentlemen, that will end this first period. And you know what? Not a bad first period. I don't know. I don't think I've got it in me to keep going, but oh, we're up at 47. I better keep going. That said. And let me see, through the first hour of the live stream, we had 263 people through the turnstiles through the first 12 minutes. We've had 69. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining me for the first time here on Dolynny TV, or you're returning and you haven't done it yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's just below the video portion if you exit out of the chat, or if you go into my channel, you can subscribe. So definitely consider hitting the subscribe button, and I'd appreciate that, because we're closing in. Tonight, if we can gain another 17 subscribers, we can hit 7,600 in our community here on Oilers Talk on Dolynny TV, and that'd be fan-friggin-tastic. As said, I slanted towards Vegas and end until the last few minutes. Pretty decent period for the Oilers in Edmonton. Unlucky, and Fleury was good. End of the day, Tim, that's all it was. And I think compared to how last game went, yeah, I think it went pretty well. Crossbar both ways, right? Bailey out both ways. Peter, welcome in. And what did I miss? I missed something. Nygaard's not going to be back for a while. That is true. And you know what? He should be back mid-March, late March, and just in time for the playoff run. That'll be all right. And thoughts on Double A's play in the first period. That one chance. That's all. It could have been a 1-0 game at that point if that one chance would have went in, Justin. And it was a beauty of a chance. Connor McDavid wrapping it. AA just couldn't find it under Fleury's arm, and he was able to cover it up. That's it. That's all. And how come, no matter how good of or bad the opposing goalie is, they always seem to have a career game? That is the truth, right? Is every goalie against the Oilers always looks 100 times better for whatever reason, unless the Oilers just pounce on somebody. But I don't get what goes on some nights against backups, let me tell you. And Nurse can go. I think Nurse had a very solid first period, to be quite honest with you. It was nice to see Bear on the top power play unit. So, solid. Like, guys, like, honestly, yeah, you know what? The Koskinen goal against, he should have had it. End of the day, every goalie should have the puck they get scored on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, is every goalie should make every save. That's what they get paid to do. But problem is, it doesn't always happen. And, you know, that may be the true point, but you know what? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I can honestly quite tell you from the comments section, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm totally fine with that. It's because it takes an army to build something, and also takes an army to resist things. That made no sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. Loyalty, where are you coming in on that one? Nurse back-checking is trash. I don't see him improving his defense. I don't know. His back-checking on that Max Pacioretty goal against was perfect. Straight up, it was perfect. It's just a goal that Mikko Koskinen should have had. And Hayden, once they get some chemistry going on the first line with the new guys, I think they'll win some games. Well, we got to win games now. That's the only problem. Right now, we're in must-win mode to make the playoffs. We got to win 10 of our next 19 games. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. We'll need to spank Vegas. Well, guys, like I said, I'm not expecting much. I think the streak comes to an end tonight. And what do you think of Mike Green's performance so far, Minimalist? I'm thinking things are looking good for Mike Green. He had a nice block in that first period that I'm going to forget about halfway through the second. And quite honestly, steady passes, made some good ones, and that was good. Overall, pretty happy with the makeup of this team, Brett. They just got to keep improving, right? Go to work every night, fight it out, all it comes down to. And Nurse shows up with his defense like once every 5 games. His name starts getting heated. That's end of the day, but would you prefer it gets worse when the stuff gets heated, right? At least he takes ownership and plays better when he's getting heated at, but end of the day, you want him to play good, steady hockey every night, not just when he's in talks, right? End of the day. And of course, it just has not been good since about 3 games before his extension. This said, I think the Canucks will go further than the Oilers in the playoffs. Well, quite honestly, you just don't know, right? If Jakob Markstrom comes back, you just don't know. He could be fine. And Mike Smith looking like he lost his touch. How so? Mike Smith was just dandy last night. He was totally fine. Oilers defense did not do him any favors. End of the day, the Oilers defense cost Mike Smith a win last night. That's what it comes down to. Convince me otherwise. And alright, let me get to this in a second. Oh, Mike Green. Okay. Jason, okay, I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. But Mike Green lost his touch about 5 years ago. Let's be serious. I was going to say Mike Smith. Yeah, Mike Smith hasn't lost a touch. And who should get the chase on AA Neil spot on that power play? Kyler Yamamoto. Sam, you know the answer. He's your man, Kyler Yamamoto. And this is how we started last night. The boys are saving the energy. They will come blazing in the second. Cody, we came out flying in this first period, and then we slowed down, so we're good. And Brock Besser expected to miss 8 more weeks, so that's 2 more months. You gotta love it. And let me get this going for just a second here. I gotta go grab another cup of water, take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Tim's got you. You know he does. All right, back to let's get this going. All right, what do we got? We got Nurse has been given enough time last 2 years to improve his back checking, and he's still struggling. Well, I mean, Clefbaum still struggles with back checking on the power play, so it's tough to say. We don't have any perfect defensemen, that's for sure. Canucks too young team to go long in the cup. I don't know. I don't think anything can happen. The NHL has changed. The NHL has changed a lot. And everybody's taking the quick poll, going with Coyotes. Calgary maybe a little bit. Please let it be Calgary. I would really. Guys, you have no clue how much I need it to be Calgary in the playoffs. I need Calgary, Vancouver, and Edmonton in the first round of the playoffs. That's all it comes down to. I need all three of the teams in there. And Jim Anderson is watching as well. Well, there you go, John. Jim Anderson watching as well. You're on Dolynny TV tonight. We're on the first intermission. Jim Anderson is watching the Oilers losing 1-0. That's the tough part. And Tim's got you in the chat right there. So here we go. 12-9. The shots on net for the Oilers. Let's break this down. Max Pacioretty's 30th goal of the season from William Karlsson's 28th assist. 12-9 the shots, like I said. 13-7 the shots on or hits for the Golden Knights. So they've come out bumping. Obviously, you saw the Ryan Reeves bump on Darnell Nurse. It was a good one, sizable. Oilers 10-6 in the face-off dot. That's probably why we're losing. We win games when we lose in the face-off dot. That's just some weird stat that exists. I think if you check, we've probably won more than half our games by losing in the face-off dot. Giveaways, 1-1, and takeaways are 4-1 for the Golden Knights. So, again, plus minus, the Golden Knights are 3 takeaways better than the Oilers tonight. Block shots, 9-3 for the Golden Knights. So that as well, you think about some of those fan shots by Draisaitl, I feel like they've given some of them to the Golden Knights as blocked shots. Now, only time till the flower breaks. That's kind of what we need to hope for here. And Sam, I guess what I should be asking, Sam, you would know the region very well. It sounds like the Vegas Golden Knights are going to establish a new AHL team either in Nevada or in California. Where is that AHL team going? If you've got your inside source tonight, let me know. Peter, from across the pond, you have yourself a great night. And Letang was far from peaking when the Penguins won their 2009 Cup. That is true. And Nicholas, welcome in. McDavid, 8 minutes and 25 seconds on the ice. He really played that much. That is brutal. Draisaitl played a lot on the penalty kill, so that is understandable with the power play there as well. And Moses, what is the score? It is, simply put, 1-0 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Tim's doing the overtime work here in the intermission. And that is just such a fantastic arena that Vegas built. It is gorgeous. From everything they show here, it is absolutely gorgeous. And there's Gene Principe. Here we go. What about the new team? Is it Seattle? Yes, the new team is Seattle in the NHL. And in Henderson, Nevada, they bought the San Antonio Rampage. Okay. There you go. Henderson, Nevada is going to be the new home of the Vegas Golden Knights. This, I must miss this. I must miss this, but there we go. It's good. Yes, he owns to. Oh my goodness, get out of here. Mark Arcabello, Luke Gazdic. What are we doing here? Where are these names coming out of the woodwork here all of a sudden? Brutal. Smeed on the defense. Will Acton on the ice. Like, you have got to be kidding me with some of these names. Did you see the Raiders' new stadium? No, I did not. I did not see the new Raiders stadium fully complete. I've seen it half built for sure. Then goes to one. Yeah. And Palm Springs, California is the Seattle AHL team. Actually, that's a dandy of an idea to put an AHL team in Palm Springs. My goodness. Honestly, Sam, I love that Baco and you guys are so happy with the Condors. But why would you not have put as the Oilers? Why would you not have put your AHL team in Palm Springs? That is just money central right there for us Canadians going down snowbirding. My aunt, my uncles have all spent time down there. I couldn't imagine. How much time is there left in the intermission? I'm not too sure how much time's left in the intermission, but we'll find out right away here, I'm sure. And wish this team, we had a team from Sweden in the NHL. The game will go global one day, that is for sure. Zach Kazin, so Dave Tippett meeting a bunch of NHL fans. Nugent Hopkins' jersey from a couple years ago. And do I think Bouwmeester is done? Absolutely. And Jim Rapp, brutal goal by Mikko? I don't think it's brutal. Quite honestly, like we said, it's half a great shot by Max Pacioretty, half bad goaltending by Mikko Koskinen. One he should have had, 100%. Problem is, goalie's not going to have every one they should have. That's about it. Here we go. Gene Principe, man, that makeup's looking thick on Gene tonight. Head's a little shiny. Must be warm in T-Mobile Arena. And Nurse is 6-man for the other team most nights. Well, say what you will, right? End of the day, he's our property and we have to live with it. Again, the solution, move him to forward. That's what I'm going to say. If everybody wants to yell about Nurse, get on the bandwagon to move him to forward. Get on Twitter. Get on Facebook. Get saying that he needs to move to forward. Because we can sit here and complain all we want. Nothing's going to change unless we actually give a positive solution. And the positive solutions is move Nurse to forward, simply put. With your HL team in Palm Springs, call-ups to rainy Seattle will be ignored. Ah, there we go. And Gene's mullet, yeah, Gene's mullet is getting dandy again. He's looking solid just in time for playoffs, hopefully. And Seattle's team is, yeah, Brett, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I should do the research, but if that's the rumor or if that's the truth, that's fantastic. Alright, let me get some stats here for you. We're up to 42 people in the stream right now. If you're new on Dolynny TV, what I need you to do is hit that like button as it sits right now. We've peaked out on this live stream so far at a total of 55 people at one point. That is fantastic. Right now up to 7,584 subscribers. So definitely, guys, if you would appreciate hitting that subscribe button too if you're new, that would be fantastic. We've had 163 people through the gate in the first pretty much half hour of this hour. That is fantastic. And A1R Stone, they said Bouwmeester is done for the year. They did say that. He's done for the season and the playoffs. And let me get this going. Here we go. Henderson City leaders bombarded with calls as AHL arena site location sparks controversy. This is why you got Sam on the duty. He's sending me the good stuff. Henderson City leaders have been bombarded with calls opposing the new arena location. City officials announced that the new team would play at the Henderson Pavilion near Green Valley Ranch. So is that like out of... There we go. I'll ask him that question. I'll get you an answer from Sam in 5 minutes here. And John, I'm your only source on watching this game. Well, I appreciate you tuning in and making me your only source for tonight. In time to call up the Oilers goalie's got. I don't think so. Definitely don't think it's time to panic quite yet. Definitely not. Here we go. What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm missing something on Twitter here. Ah, just that. Okay, perfect. And something else you guys have to watch. Let me get a name for you. I tweeted this out earlier. Some of you might have seen it. Is simply put, Jim Matheson had a tweet about Brinson Pasichnuk, the captain of Arizona State University's hockey team. That's somebody you have to watch out for. If you want to put a stamp on kind of what's going on with the Oilers down the line here with college free agents, look for Brinson Pasichnuk to be a name floated out there. That is for sure. And guys, I I really don't want to talk about the coronavirus. A little panicky about that. Get panicky about that stuff, so we'll leave it at that. And that's, James, that is not good. It's not good news. Then again, I really don't want to talk about that because we know where that leads in the chat, so I'm just going to leave it there. And didn't we get a good goalie from the Ducks? No, we did not. We got a minor league goaltender who's playing in the ECHL for Joel Pearson. That's about it. That's going to be a save. As here we go. You ready for the second period? Nicholas is. He said the period started. Paul Stastny is telling Max Pacioretty, let's start on time here, buddy. Not like last period. Hopefully, the Golden Knights don't start on time. Cody's got puck drop, so now I'm going to see puck drop in T-minus 6 hours. I'll probably see the start of the second period. So Draisaitl's just going to stand around. Draisaitl kind of shaved down the beard a little bit. That's what's wrong with Draisaitl. He got rid of the protection on the face. Normally he's got a beard about the length of mine, but no, he's back down to stubble. That's tough. That's tough. Here we go. Anytime we want to drop the puck, that'd be fantastic. My goodness. Sportsnet adding about 75 seconds tonight. It's been brutal. Maybe my patience wearing a little thin. Let's be serious. Over-exaggerating. 12-9 the shots for the Vegas Golden Knights. They do trail. The Oilers have those 12. I got it backwards. Don't you worry. Scramble's now in here. And we got to get this going. Mikko Koskinen makes a weird save. I guess you could call that a shot. Probably not a shot. And Reeves is hunting Draisaitl. That's as well as Reeves should do. That's what your big man should do, is take a man. And I mean, technically you don't want to take McDavid because somebody's going to kill you. Draisaitl a little bit easier of a target, I guess. And here we go. Robert, sorry, pain is getting to me. You have to drop. All the best. We will catch you, Robert. Appreciate you being in here tonight, and thanks for being a trooper as well. I'm a minute behind. Yeah, that would serve about correct, Joseph. That seems to be the way she goes as of late. Maybe, you know, Dry's beard last night, maybe he lost some mojo when he clipped it. I'm telling you, maybe he did. That's superstitions, man. It is a weird part of the hockey game. Any sports, major pro sports, all have their superstitions, right? You think about Cam Talbot was a fantastic goalie until he had his twins. That's something a lot of us pointed to, so it just keeps you going, right? Didn't get much sleep at home. And here we go, big chance there for Mark Stone. That comes off the puck. And when I was talking about the snipers for the Golden Knights, and I totally ignored the fact they have Mark Stone. Kind of forgettable, but really should not be whatsoever. Oilers can't seem to get the puck zone possession they had to start that first period here in the second. And now Max Pacioretty doing the exact same thing he did last time, except for nice, steady Eddie defense in the neutral zone. Oh, here's a chance for Connor McDavid. What a freeze there by Marc-Andre Fleury. And here we go. Mike Green back there. He's getting it done. He's playing with Caleb Jones right now. You've got Andres Athanasiou out there. Double A. And hope the win brings you a little relief. That would be key. And look at that. Josh Archibald went behind the back with the stick because he was offside. And smart move by the Flower with McDavid coming. Absolutely, Cody. Give some hats off to Marc-Andre Fleury. That's the thing. I love Fleury. I'm a huge Fleury fan. Dude's one of the best goalies in the NHL, and you can't even argue that. Just for how the fun factor, the entertainment factor, Fleury is one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. I mean, you hate to see how it went in Pittsburgh. You love to see how it's going in Vegas. So, I mean, love watching him. Absolutely love watching Marc-Andre Fleury. Hate that we call him the Flower because obviously that nickname belongs to someone a lot long ago that's a lot more legendary, but it is what it is. And Headhunters. Do I follow advanced charts and stuff? Not really. That's way too much to wrap my head around to try and keep straight, right? If I'm trying to update that or update regular stats, there's no way. I'm only one guy. I don't have an analytical department in my brain. That's the tough part. Here we go. Vegas came to play. Well, we kind of run them around, and unfortunately they got the goal. That's kind of Vegas' MO, and here we go. Big hit there on William Lagesson. Now back this way. Mike Green gets beat, and big save there by Mikko Koskinen. Whew! Dial me up. That's a good one. That's a good save, and Mikko Koskinen comes back to play. He's now got an over 900 save percentage this game. Just a tick above at, what, 909 or something right now. So Keep counting that in, right? That's a huge save for Mikko Koskinen getting this game after giving up a softie a little bit, to a degree. Tough one to give up, realistically. 13 points, 86 hits this season for Thomas Nosek. You see what's going on here. The Oilers trying to get an attack started. Patrick Russell up the other way. My vision kind of going blurry here. I'm probably going to just live stream this period. Sit back, relax, watch the third myself, and then get going in the game review if it's worth game reviewing, or else I'll just head to bed and call her a night and let you guys rest as well. 16-13 to go in this second period, my friends. We've got ourselves a game. You know what? 1-0 against the Vegas Golden Knights. 2-0 against the Ducks was a game. We're good. But usually the eye test works just as well. Well, clearly it didn't work for me against Benning, but a lot of eye test depends on opinion, and negative opinion at that. So, I don't know. Good to have those stats handy, but to understand them is a whole nother question. Oilers have 15 shots on net, 11 shots for the Vegas Golden Knights. Don't think Ken would have signed Cosmo. Probably not to that big of a contract, quite honestly, but it is what it is. As now, Ethan Bear is going to get it going. Try settle up there. You've got no, that's Nuge. Nuge and Chase on, and they are awfully offside. And you said usually. Did you say usually? Ah, Tim. My eyes are bugging, man. It's going to be a rough rest of the period. It's going to be a rough rest of the period. All right. Jujarkar getting beat there as well. My goodness, that was an all-around little bit of a breakdown. But Jujarkar also doing the penalty kill save right there, so that's good as well. Guys falling asleep, standing up. Please don't leave. John, I wish I could leave. And Lee, get it going. Glad to see I'm still going. Lee, thank you so much. Lee, you've been absolutely crushing it as of late. Appreciate it, my man. $5 on the board tonight from Lee, and we've got this going. All right. 893 save percentage for Koskinen at home this year. Thank goodness he's above 925 on the road at 929. Lee, you're a champ. You're a champ. Let's get this going. Let's get this fired up. We got to get this puck down the ice and just get a goal. Just get a goal. Vegas came to play though. Niall, welcome in. As gotta get this going at some point. Marc-Andre Fleury can't be back there just leaving the puck for his defenseman all the time. All I'm saying. All I'm saying, we can't be doing that. 14:26 on this second period. Shoulder's getting a little itchy. I'm wearing my Dolynny TV t-shirt, and for whatever reason, the last couple of times I've washed it, it's gotten itchier and itchier. I don't know what I'm doing to it. Probably not using the right fabric softener or something. 14:08. There's some news from you from Dolynny TV. And another good save from Koskinen, so that'll give him, what, 13 shots on the night. And look at this, back the other way. Mike Green. Oof. Tough one right there. But that's not the save. This is going to be the save. Big one right there. Blockers it to the corner. Oy. Solid save by Koskinen. Third D pair is yikes. Well, it is Mike Green, right? Like, honestly, I'll tell you a story about the comments I received after we traded for Mike Green. I don't know what Leguson's supposed to do there, though. That one bounced off his puck or skate when he's not even looking. Simply put, when we traded for Mike Green, every Detroit Red Wings fan in my comment section said, "Oh man, he's a giveaway machine. You don't want him. He's terrible." I'm like, "Oh, so you mean he'll fit right in?" End of the day, right? Like, realistically, he'll fit right in. And Evil, I have no problem doing these videos. And Joseph, why is this game so late? I don't get why it's an 8:30 start, let me tell you. I don't get why in the Pacific Division, when they're on the road, that it's got to be an 8:30 start. And here we go. Oh, man, something going on with my nose. I think the cat caught me earlier tonight. And yeah, I wish the game wasn't so late. It's 11:38 here in TO. Yeah, it's already 9:38 and I'm fading fast. So we'll get this second period done with, and I think I'm going to curl up in bed, watch the third period, and probably call it good. Unless we win this one, then I'll do the game review and get all jacked for it. As why don't the coaches tell Nurse to stop these horrible defensive habits? End of the day? Just don't know. I think they like him taking chances. I couldn't tell you. And Tim, that's exactly. End of the day, he's going to fit right in with the Oilers' defensive scheme. McDavid or Gretzky, who would be better if they played in the same era? Depends which era and depends situation, right? Do they get the same teammates? Like end of the day, right? And Andreas Athanasiou is Greek. That is his heritage. The dude is good. And he is a vegan, so Athanasiou has been a vegan. No wonder he's fast. And mom, stay-at-home mom, 4 kids. And dad is an Air Canada pilot. My goodness, okay. Athanasiou is 25 years old, by the way. And where's the movie? What movie, Armin? I'll tell you what movie. And we get this going. 13:38 to go. Puck back. Oof, big save there again by Koskinen. Guys, this is good. This is good. You know what? Koskinen gives up a softie and goes beast mode. That's what Koskinen does best. Here we go. 13:16 to go. And look at Tim going the extra mile. Vegas Golden Reporter, they have a lot of actual star power. They have Gary Lawless, formerly of TSN and the Winnipeg Free Press. They've got Darren Millard, formerly of Sportsnet. Is what it is. And look at this. Look at how quickly the chat has changed opinions on Koskinen all of a sudden. Nicholas, I'm not making an example of you. I'm just noting something here. As Koskinen was getting the hate, and now all of a sudden he's getting the love after making 15 saves so far in this game. And looking like we're on the PK. Well, Chason's on the ice, Nurse is on the ice, and Bear's on the ice. Think about it that way. That's all I'm going to tell you to anybody that gets negative on this team. Those are the guys on the ice right now. Make of it what you will. Chason can't decide what he's going to do with the puck. He'll flip it into neutral ice instead of trying to, like, aye. Just make some good decisions. That's all it comes down to. Just keep making good decisions. Unfortunately, they've kind of quit that for the last 8 minutes of this period. We came in out-shooting the Golden Knights 12-9, and now we're being outshot 8-3 this period. And Jack Hughes is the bust. Quinn? I don't know. Jack Hughes is also playing on the New Jersey Devils. Let's be serious. And I don't know what Granlund's doing there. And no, Leonard is not in net for the Golden Knights. It is Mr. Marc-Andre Fleury. If Leonard was in net, the Oilers would probably be up 2-1 right now. On their toes a bit right now, just need one. That's all it comes down to. Make some smart decisions, get one, and we'll be good. Koskinen with another good save there. And we're good. And it's, again, right? To your point, Cody, just make smart plays. Make some good decisions. See some good decisions out there. And look at that. Nurse gets away with a holding penalty because the puck found him. That does not happen often enough. And they're going to get scored on if they don't stop this. They can't get the puck out. We say that, and then the Oilers go score a goal in that situation. So, guys, the Oilers, at the end of the day, I've been doing this for, depending how you want to look at it, I've been doing this for 3+ years off and on. The Oilers, at the end of the day, are going to be the Oilers. The definition of the Oilers are literally Oilers. That's it. And that's all it takes. And do I think the Oilers will score? Absolutely, I think the Oilers will score. Like, come on. We got Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. Never count the Oilers out. Never count the Oilers out. Look at this. Good play there. That one by Athanasiou to get it back on the old screen. We got it going. Mike Green up. Got to get it going. That one's for you, White. I'm not fully playing along because I'm a little bit scared. The Oilers in the defense zone. Trying to find Tyler Ennis. Beautiful outlet by, wow, what a play by Legason to get it to Ennis. What a play to Athanasiou, and then a play to Ennis. What a go there. And play back-to-back versus Cavs yesterday and tomorrow. That is nuts, Winnipeg. Hopefully the Jets lose. Just saying. And it's one goal, a bad bounce, or a tip, and it's all even. That's the end of the day. End of the day, all it's going to take. Unfortunately, the Oilers have not had a lot of luck other than that Draisaitl goal against who were we playing, Minnesota. Getting a lucky bounce, and look at that big save there again by Koskinen, who's all of a sudden just beast moding. That's all he's doing. He's literally gone into beast mode and getting it going. And guys, end of the day, like I said, I expected to be outworked and outplayed by Vegas tonight. We'd be lucky to take a win. I expected a loss, so I told you right off the bat, right? I wasn't expecting anything. I was not expecting anything, so am I disappointed? Not really. We've held our own against Vegas. End of the day, you look at we're still missing 3 of our top guns against a full Vegas squad as far as I know. It is what it is. And add on what Nygaard adds and drawing penalties too. We need the 2 points. Yes, we do. I know we do, but end of the day, we've probably still got 9 games to lose at some point, so we'll lose them now and win it down the stretch. I don't know. My concern level, guys, I was justifying it this time last year that the Oilers could still make the playoffs. So a loss tonight is not going to tell me that the Oilers can't make the playoffs. There we go. Shot off. Jets are in tough. Their schedule is tough. Yeah, I can imagine. And it's actually the Vancouver Titans Colored Cup, John. It's the Vancouver Titans Colored Cup. As Golden Knights going to move this one out, so the top line back out there, that's going to mean a McDavid breakaway. Nicholas is already saying he's missing. I mean, White's saying he's so close. I don't know which one to believe here. This one, big shave there by Chandler Stevenson. McDavid, ooh, block or save. 1-on-1. How's the game so far? Game's alright. Can't complain. You know what? Down 1-0 in Vegas. We're getting outshot 20-18. Partial break for McDavid. I really don't know what's catching on my neck here. I got something irritating my neck. Mikko Koskinen making some saves, getting the job done. We're down 1-0. And I think Tim summed it up best. A bounce, a tip, or a goal straight up. We're good. Now here's the thing. Probably the reason I'm not so mad that McDavid didn't score that goal, simply put, the reason I'm not mad is he actually shot the puck. That's all I care. He's passed up way too many of those this year. Way too many of those he's passed up. So, just the fact that he shot, I'm good. I'm in. Good game. If it goes in, all the better. The fact that he shot, totally fine. Totally fine and dandy. So here we go. Let's find out what we got going on here. I don't exactly have things watched. Well, we have a good number watching tonight. How about 48 people in the chat tonight? Appreciate you guys. If we can get up to 35 likes before the end of the stream, that would be a monster number to get to. And let me get this going. Almost time for a reverse curse, Tim. No doubt about it, eh? And up to 75, 84 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button tonight. It really means a lot. We're up to 303 views so far this hour. Let's get it going. Let's get back to 50 viewers. That'd be solid as well. Definitely crazy to think what the past couple of weeks of streaming has done for the stream totals here. Since probably about that Florida Carolina back-to-back streams, we've had crazy number of people in these streams, and I appreciate everybody who spends any time watching me. Like literally, the crazy part to me, and I get where we're going and I get what we're doing, but a crazy part for me is we're sitting here, you're watching a guy sitting in his room watching a 30-second delayed at best live stream of the Oilers game, and you're totally fine and cool to hang out with me doing that, and that is the coolest stuff on the planet, friends. I have no other words for it. That is the coolest thing on the planet to me, is the fact that my broadcasting career looked like a complete waste of time, and here we are, somehow doing some quasi-broadcasting and enjoying Oilers games all at the same time. Couldn't ask for a better end to a story. I honestly couldn't tell you that. So here we go. The Oilers going to get this one going. You're talking about Koskinen making a big save. He's doing his part. He's now made, at that point, it would be 21 saves. Here we go. Shot. Coming at some point. Maybe not. McDavid's going to get this going. And here it's going to be, okay, so it's going to be busting on here. And there it is. Ooh, good save. And look at that. That's the big man using the big body the correct way. Absolutely fantastic to see Mr. Mikko Koskinen doing that. All good. Here we go. Maybe a cat coming in the door. Mr. Orange having a good nap. Look at this. That's just a tough one. And then Ethan Bear does everything he can do to hustle back, but his stick gets wrapped around him. And it is what it is. Michael, I'd love to get this community over 10,000 by the end of the playoffs. That's for sure. And yeah, definitely. That free 70-ounce steak on the Vegas Strip tonight for Mikko Koskinen, for sure. Here we go. 7:28 to go in this second period. What do I think of Nurse? It is what it is. At the end of the day, that's where I'm going to put it. You know my bias is I want him as a forward. Is what it is. Oilers win. I'm buying Koskinen Blue Man Group tickets. Oh man, he's going to be singing the blues if the Oilers lose this one with the performance he's put in. That's for sure. Sheehan needs to change. Sheehan likes to take extended shifts. That's for sure. That's for sure. 7 minutes to go. I'm going to see this. Adam Larson getting it going. And appreciate the coverage. See, that's the end of the day, right? I mean, end of the day, us sports fans, we just want the coverage. And I know that all too well from the Junior B days. Fans just wanted something, anything, to know how their kid, their friend is doing on the ice that night. And end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? Is getting the coverage and making sure people are informed. And what do you think about Yakupov? We ruined him. We ruined Yakupov, end of the day. That's it. Here we go. Pinned in. Sheehan has no stick. Oh man, Sheehan, pick up your stick. Thank you. Thank you. And shot puck through. Off the boards. We're good. Another big save there. Oh man, Koskinen got lucky that didn't get stuffed. Chason's got to make a better decision. Get that off the glass note. And there we go. Sheehan's going to go. Thinks he's going to go down the ice, but that's it. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy. Here we go. Nuge going to fire this puck. Not going to be around. Oh man, Sheehan needed that change bad. Here we go. What's the last game I watched live? Last Oilers game I watched live would have been that Arizona game? Yes, it would have been the Arizona game. Right? No. Wrong. Yes, right. The Arizona game at the end of January. And Andrew, saying we're passing up shooting opportunities, we've done that for 63 games this season, so that's nothing new. That's nothing new. To be upset about that at this point is tough, right? I mean, I get upset about it, but realistically, it's what we're doing. It's what we're doing. Here we go. 5:13 to go. Draisaitl in the face-off dot. He's going to get pushed back behind the line. And now you've got it going. And how do you have Russell's line out there? Well, Patrick Russell's on the ice with Draisaitl, so they had him take defensive zone. Oh. That was ugly. Yeah. That's going to cost you. Just sucks that there's a guy there. I mean, realistically, it really sucks that there's a guy there. But what are you doing? What are you doing? That's it. And what do I think the Seattle team will be called? I think they're going to be the Kraken. I think Kraken would be solid if they could be the Kraken. And no, we're not screwed. We're not, like, end of the day, guys. Even a loss tonight against Vegas, end of the day, meaningless. Meaningless. They're going to get scored on and they can't even get it out 5-on-5. Panic. Panic all you want. Ladies and gentlemen, panic all you want. I'm not in it to win it tonight anyway. Like I said, I had this one pegged as a guaranteed loss tonight. Oilers 6-0 on the back half of back-to-backs. Golden Knights have won 6 in a row. Something had to give, and I'm giving the edge to Vegas at home. That's it. It's fair. It's completely fair. You can scroll all the way to the top of the chat. You see right there, I said not expecting much. Not expecting much. So, and if the Oilers won, I saved myself as well, saying they'll win because Oilers. End of the day, that's all I'm saying. Is if you're thinking you're being negative right now, just remember I came in here with a negative attitude, and is what it is. Could definitely use a cheeseburger though right now. That's for sure. Crush a big old cheeseburger from Wendy's. That would be fantastic. But guy's not going to get that lucky. There we go. Insert that, and we surpassed 35 likes. There we go. Yeah, that's just, I don't know if that's momentum. I don't know. Here we go. Patrick Russell tripping 1503. And I don't think Patrick Russell meant to do that. 100%. I don't think he meant to do that. And why did the Sabres get Simmons? I don't know. Teach the kids a lesson about winning. That was the most unexplainable move of the night. Now this said, Oilers probably score a shorthanded goal here, and we tie it up 1-1, and all is forgiven and all is forgotten. We're going to fire this shot, and that one's going to miss. 5:16 to go. And let's get this going. That one's going to go down, and you're going to say Bear's going to get hurt. Here we go. Chop, Bear goes down. Ooh, where did that catch him? He's aching. He's aching. Here we go. And that's in. Shea Theodore keeps it in blue line. Beautiful play. Max Pacioretty. Tipped on Koskinen. Now here we go. Points are all important and momentum is a thing, but you won't win them all. That, Andrew, Tim's point is exactly the counterpoint to your point. The more you expect to lose, the more you accept losing. Therefore, you're losing. No. Thing is, expecting to lose is fine. End of the day, right? Is how many Oilers fans at the start of this year expected to be out of the playoffs by December? And here we are. So, I think at some point I should be allowed to expect the Oilers are going to lose the game, right? Because I was all raw Oilers in December, November, all that. And everybody was all off the Oilers bandwagon. So, I should be allowed to expect a couple of Oilers losses once in a while. Like, the Oilers are guaranteed to lose a minimum of 25 hockey games a year. You gotta believe. You gotta believe I can expect to lose at least 25 games a year. And I pick them. I pick them. As here we go. Knight's getting it going. Anybody panicking about this team being done because of this power play? I haven't quite seen it yet. 48 seconds to go. That means there's technically like 24 seconds. There's going to be about 32 on my screen by the time the Golden Knights get back in the zone, which means that's going to be it for the Vegas Golden Knights penalty. And if Robert was going to say we would get the kills. So again, guys, thing is, anybody trying to sit here telling me what the Oilers are going to do, at the end of the day, they're just going to do them. And them is totally unexplained. And yes, a lot of people were positive during that first 7-1-1 stretch. Then all of a sudden it just fell apart through November and December. And my goodness, I couldn't even stand doing YouTube some days. Because it was just, I'd get the same comment every day 20 times over. It was tough. That's why if you have noticed, I've kind of scaled back on the comments I reply to, just simply because some of the comments I've been replying to since day one of the NHL season. And I mean, what do you do, right? I don't know. Andrew, like I said, you should be able to expect to lose 25 games. We're not gonna go 70-10-2 in the season. And now expecting us to lose and be out of the playoffs by December is a different story than expecting us to lose a game or two down the stretch. Right? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't think the Oilers are going out there and saying, and maybe the fan base, yes, but not the team itself. Leafs need more defensive structure, Tim. That's all it comes down to. They need to compete. They need to play defense. That's all the Leafs are doing wrong, is they aren't playing defense. And the Oilers, guilty of that too. And here we go. Shot and puck out of the play. And there we go. 2:26. Sorry, guys. I'm getting tired. I'm getting argumentative. And Maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing, but the guy needs to get some sleep here pretty soon. And Jones is the guy who plays better with more playmates. And no, that's exactly what Tim's saying, Andrew, is simply said the Leafs need defensive structure. They're capable defensively, but they aren't playing with structure. Kind of what the Oilers were doing last year is what the Leafs are doing this year. Here we go. Green playing some capable defense there, making sure that puck goes there. But now we got to get this puck out. Avalanche won 3-2 over the Sabres. Kings up 1-0 on the Penguins. So that's nice to see. Oh, excuse that. That had to come out. 2:02 to go. We gotta get this going. No Oilers shot in a long time. Do keep in mind the Oilers have only had 5 shots this period. The Golden Knights have had 15. Just keep that in mind. What line is this? This is the Nuge, and who's on the ice? It's Green and Legason out there. I think you got to go back to Benning next game, 100%. This one going to be puck blocked, and buck 30 to go. Oilers need to change. They did get hemmed in there, but Dreisaitel's just going to stay out there. Nope, instead we're going to have Nugent Hopkins and Chiasson stay on the ice as well. They're getting beat around the ice, and man, Vegas is doing good of extending the shifts of the Oilers players. I think that's one thing we're not giving credit to the Golden Knights enough for tonight, is simply put extending the shifts of the Oilers to tire them out. Here we go, 1 minute to go. And Ibrahim, your school got to meet Hunter the mascot. That's fantastic. That's good to hear. Hunter out in the community. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like the Oilers have troubles on getting possession when on offense. That's tough, right? As yeah, I can already tell I am not streaming the third period. I am eyes wide shut at this point, ladies and gentlemen. 37 seconds to go. And here we go. Let's finish this off. The period's going to be over. Again, I wouldn't call it brutal. Honestly, the Oilers have played a good team against a game against a very good Golden Knights team. If you want to call it being down 1-0 going into the third period brutal, sure. But White, come on. Let's keep it together, buddy. 16 seconds to go. That puck turned over there by the Golden Knights. And down the ice, Koskinen's going to play this one. He'll chip it out there off the dasher board. And 2 seconds to go. That's going to be it. That's going to be all. And alright, so power play to start the third, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I'm going to head her. I'm going to head on out. I'm going to catch you a little bit later on, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Tyson, this Dolynny TV. You can see my eyes. They're hurting to be open right now. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I'm going to get some rest. We'll go for a big game Saturday night against the Winnipeg Jets, but you'll hear from me long